Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here, this time reviewing on the first issue of Ben 10. Now, as you know, Ben 10 is going to be based on Ben 10 Omiverse, which was pretty much the fourth installment in the Ben 10 series, and the way I kind of saw Ben 10 was the original series being Dragon Ball, also Alien Force and Ultimate Alien being Dragon Ball Z, Omiverse being Super, and the Ben 10 reboot that nobody wanted as the GT to the series. Now, my personal thoughts with Omiverse is that it's got ideas, but it seems like a lot of things were reverted back to the status quo, and I think this was partly due to the same guy working on Transformers Animated as well as Teen Titans. And I can kind of see where Dwayne McDuffie was really trying to put things into a more mature storyline with his other two shows before his death. So the cover has Rook and Ben 10 looking badass, and let's get on the story. It starts off with Ben, Max, also Rook, as well as Gwen and Kevin going on their vacation, and we kind of see how Sundar shows up saying, "I'm sorry, your vacation has been cut short." Oh no, I know that voice. And this is where we kind of see how Sundar has been authorized to kind of get Ben 10's Omnitrix, and of course manages to transform into Big Chill, saying, "Recognize this? It's called Big Chill. Hey! I'm not gonna fight you today, Sundar." And of course we see him throwing him up into space, and we kind of see how he lets him go. Meanwhile, on the ship, we kind of see how it ends up getting boarded by one of Ben's old foes back in Ultimate Alien called Serpent, and of course is trying to board the vessel for things important. And of course, we kind of see how on the cruise ship, Rook, Gwen, and the others are trying to enjoy their vacation, and we kind of see how Kevin says, "Do you like those girls are doing? I find myself distracted by this enormous ice girl. That is one very big mermaid. Hey, it's Ben 10! And of course, this is where everyone wants his autograph and that. And we kind of see how Ben's a bit down, because keep in mind, during Ben 10 Omiverse, him and Julie broke up, and this is where Ben's trying to kind of process everything that's happened. But of course, this is also where we see Ben meeting a young girl who finds this sculpture offensive and offers to help her. And of course, they mainly decide to pull it out off the ship with this sort of chef saying, "Where is my sculpture? Oh, come on." And of course, this is where they make a break for it. Ben turns to one of his aliens, and of course, we kind of see how Ben introduces his friends to the girl L'Oreal. But of course, this is where they hear something that's going on with the ship, and of course, turns out it's one of Ben's old foes, like I said, and this is where Ben 10 transforms into Chroma Stone, saying, "Guys, protect the ship!" And of course, we kind of see how Gwen uses her powers to kind of make a protective bubble, and we kind of see how Chroma Stone is trying to take down Serpent's forces, and of course, this is something seems like an oil wig. It kind of seems like a lost continent of Atlantis, where we kind of see how Chroma Stone tries to take down the foes. And basically, after this, Serpent retreats. And afterwards, we kind of see how Ben's trying to process why there was a lost city of Atlantis in the middle of nowhere. But of course, this is where we kind of see how Ben gets suspicious of the girl L'Oreal, and trying to ask him about her grandmother that she went to see. But of course, we kind of see how she jumps off the ship, Ben turning to one of his aliens' rip jaws, and this is where we find out that she's actually a mermaid. And the next story is obviously going to show the next events afterwards. And yeah, this is the story. So I think the issue is sort of okay. I think it's like I said, I think there was an intention to do something better with Omiverse, but I think because of the different direction, trying to put things back at the status quo, it does kind of suffered badly with a divided fan base. And you can kind of tell from the first two stories Dwayne McDuffie wrote before his death that you can tell he wanted to do something better with Ben 10, and even had ideas on what he wanted to do. I think Ben 10 Omiverse is like the Dragon Ball Super to the series, where it's got a divided fan base. Those who like it, those who hate it, all those who are neutral about it. So I think the story still deserves thumbs in the middle. It's kind of okay, kind of alright, and it's got that feel of the same episode Omiverse put. Trying to be good, well, it sometimes can be a bit weaker. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.